Hey, John here with padprinters.com. Wanted to talk about the cliche XY blocks for the TOSH machines. So this is standard on all of the smaller TOSH machines, the Micro series and also the Logica series up to the Logica 05. And so it's a very simple mechanism. It comes along with each ink cup and cliche. This is another accessory that's part of the color kit. So for each color you get one of these blocks and a long stem and a short stem. The different stems are used for a longer stem would be used for a shorter pad because I want to have it as close to the plate as possible when we set up. And the short stubby stem like this would be for taller pads. So when you have them side by side, you can see the height right there. If these are both in the XY block, the point of the pad is just about at the same level. That's why you have different size stems. Sometimes when you get your machine, you might find that you need to use a long stem and cut it off to a certain distance like this one, because it's going to actually come in about that long, and in most cases those are going to be too long and you're going to want to cut them down to the size for the pad that you need to use in production. So the way that works in the XY block is once you have the pad, the XY block as an operator is going to be facing you like this. You have 3 screws on here. This screw down here in the bottom is what locks the pad into the holder. So when you're looking at the front of the machine, you're going to insert your pad into the hole like this until it bottoms out. And then you would tighten this screw right here, wrong wrench, 5mm, and that is what's going to tighten the holder in. If you want to move the pad in and out, you will loosen this screw. That allows the pad to move in and out on the block. And then you'd lock that down once you get it in the position you need. Finally, this is your right and left adjustment screw. And you loosen this, the pad will slide on the pad bar here like this. It's important not to over tighten these screws because these are metal screws going into aluminum. Also, if you pull the screw so far that it comes all the way out, you'll notice there's a small spacer in here. That spacer is just intended to keep you from over tightening, and so what locks the pad in is the shaft goes in the hole, and as you tighten the screw, it's drawing this piece of the aluminum and closing the hole for an interference fit. Sometimes as these wear, and people do tend to over tighten them, it's necessary to back this screw all the way out and actually take that spacer out so that you can get a little bit more adjustment because your operators already stressed this too much. So again, you only need as much pressure as it takes to lock it in and as much pressure as it takes to keep it from moving in and out or right and left. You don't need to over tighten these because you can strip them out. So that's how the XY blocks work on the Micro series and Logica 1 through 5. Thanks.